Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Vermont House Committee on Commerce and Economic Development. It is Tuesday, March 2025 at 3:04 in the afternoon. So with that, it's been great. We finished up page 206, which is an act relating to the uniform commercial code, and I know there's a small amendment. That we've asked our legislative counsel, Rick Sagal, to take a look at and present to us. So Rick, if you could provide that.
Yeah, good afternoon. Rick Sagal, Office of Legislative Counsel. I guess before I show you the amendments, Mr. Chair, would you mind the committee any questions about the underlying bill, UCC bill for me? All good? Okay. So this is, I'm not sure if you all have voted on because the first bill I did, it was just as introduced, right? It was fairly straightforward. This is called an instance of amendment, where you still have the underlying bill, but you're just telling the House clerk, this is what we want changed to it. So in this case, you see here the intro paragraph talking about the Act H206, that you recommend the bill be amended by adding a new section, 11A, to read as follows. So what I've done here is I found, with Carl's help and Tucker Anderson, fellow ledge counsel, his help, he pointed me to where we have done this before. Late in 2007 was when I found this language. Because currently this is 9A, this is what Carl was thumbing through. This is our green book, and what he wanted was to ensure that the official comment, which is not law, it's how you interpret the law, he wanted that to be included in our green books because it already is in the green books. So we couldn't just put those in the bill. So apparently what we've done in the past is just have this kind of language saying that when you enact this, if it is enacted, signed by the governor, that you must include the official comments in the of the UCC as set forth in their final official text that they produce, provided that it includes appropriate references to Vermont variations. So this is not really changing the law. This is just telling the people who come up with this, which is me in addition, that we must include the comments in this book.
Questions?
And the only comments that would be included would be relevant to Vermont's variation?
No, it would be any comment that you'll see this occasionally in model language that's across various states. They want to sometimes provide why we're doing this, because we're not really in those meetings to hear why they did something, why they chose to do something. You heard Carl's testimony, but it helps lay people and other lawyers to see, oh, they're doing this because, this is the intent behind it. It is kind of intent language, if you think of it that way. No.
Standard for green books.
No, not standard. That's why this is.
That's the idea.
Yeah, right. Normally, we do not include intent language unless it's in the specific statute. Is intent tends to be in session law, which is law, but it's not in the green books. Carl, and you guys can say no. You can say we don't want this in the green books. I would recommend we put it in the green books because we have a history of doing that, and because this stuff is so dense that it does help to have some kind of this is why we're doing this. This is why we think it's helpful to regulate blockchains or whatever.
Each instance of that was included in this manner. That this is our manner. This is our way of doing that. Is that the legislation says
right?
Most of the comments when they're fully baked and ready for inclusion.
So they're already done, right? These, I think 2022 is what Carl said when they were finalized, and every state takes their time implementing those proposed changes. So those comments are done. It's just up to us to use those comments, put them in here to go along with the actual law. Yeah.
Questions? Okay. I would entertain a motion to report favorably on draft 1.1 amendment to H206.
I will move.
that we report favorably to the amendment.
Representative Duke. Opposed?
Second.
Second by Representative Kira Duncan. Is there any further discussion? And so just to be clear to everyone, this is only an amendment to H 206. Okay, clerk can call the roll.
Representative Bosch,
Yes.
Representative Booton,
Yep.
Representative Karis Duncan,
Yes.
Representative Cooper,
Yes.
Representative Duke,
Yes.
Representative Mickless,
Yes.
Representative Olson,
Yes.
Representative Priestley, yes. Representative White,
Yes.
Representative Granning,
Yes.
Representative Marcotte.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. So now,
Is it 1.1, Rick?
I only know copied Anna Grace, so you have a copy of it to post.
so now. Entertain a motion to report favorably on H 206 as amended. Okay. Okay.
He can have it.
Motion by Representative Olson, is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion on H 206 as amended? Clerk can call the roll.
Am I doing this? Okay. Representative Bosch,
Yes.
Representative
Yes.
Booton, Representative Karis Duncan,
Yes.
Representative Cooper,
Yes.
Representative Duke,
Yes.
Representative Mickless,
Yes.
Representative Olson,
Yes.
Representative Priestley, yes. Representative White,
Yes.
Representative Granning,
Yes.
Representative Marcotte.
Yes. Very good. Good job, committee. So would you be willing to present this on the floor?
Be pleased to.
I know there's others that really were chomping at the bit to do it.
Yeah.
We could have.
Up at sections.
There's 124 pages, so. we can get-
Double space.
Let's be fair, it's double space. Only 31 if you use both sides.
So,
I'll put in the pom pom so we can cheer behind you.
Yeah, this is gonna be a challenge, yeah.
so,
Keeping people away.
first, so you have to let the clerk's office know
Oh, yeah.
that,
Right, right.
we've,
I was
yeah,
gonna say,
With-
yeah,
with the,
after we go offline, I
with-
can do a
with the vote.
tutorial for the
Okay.
committee so
Good.
that everyone knows what to do if you're ever reporting the bill.
Yeah.
So just stay here for a minute after we go off live and I'll explain to everyone all of the steps, because there are many that you have to do when reporting, when you're telling the clerk's office that you're reporting a bill.
okay, so, that, we're done a lot earlier today than I thought we were gonna be, which is great. I think, Carl did a great job at presenting, and I think he really did a good job of explaining, huge importance of keeping up to date with our universal commercial code. So I'm glad that you were able to get this through. Appreciate, everyone's time. A lot, like I said, a lot quicker than I anticipated, so, thanks for your work today. Tomorrow, hoping to move the Vita bill. There'll be. We're removing the hat piece. Also, I believe it's been, okay to remove the sustainable job strategy. That's been sitting in statute for all these years. I think everyone's governor's office and Vita haven't heard back from the treasurer yet, but I think it's time for us to remove that, so there can't be any damage done going forward. Not that there may be or would be, but there could be, I guess, so removing that. And so I'm hoping to move that. We'll also both finish up with David tomorrow on
243.
43 and then walk through and finish that bill up too. In the afternoon, after the floor, The H342 will be sent to this. David's one.
Gammons.
Which is in judiciary right now. I think they're hoping to be finished with it, and then they will send it over to us tomorrow,
What's the number?
342. And so we've been looking at that tomorrow, so we would go till 5 o'clock-ish tomorrow, and then finish it up Thursday after the floor. Thursday morning, we'll be starting, we'll be doing a walkthrough of a draft on CTE. And so Beth St. James will be walking through that with us. And then we'll start taking some testimony on that on Friday. And then into next week as well. Right now, we're set for CTE.
Okay, good. So then we'll, Anna Grace put a lot of materials, on the website, on our documents. Is one of them the actual bill draft bill?
No, the draft was just finished
Okay,
this afternoon. I haven't had a look at it, and Edie and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Yeah.
It's 40 pages. That could change and
Piece of
morph into something longer or shorter, don't know yet, but we'll take a look to see what Beth has so far. And you know, we're gonna work from there with everybody, so. Okay,
Can I ask you a quick question? So it sounds like tomorrow you don't think we'll be super late, just from our planning
I don't
purposes?
think so. I think,
Yeah.
I don't plan.
Not 8 o'clock.
No,
Yeah.
no, and I think that, you know, my plan was to try to break that 342 up so that we did a couple hours on Thursday, Wednesday, and try to finish it up Thursday afternoon. And I don't know how long that could go Thursday. It's gonna depend on, you know, how much questions. We need to go over the witness list as well. We want to make sure.
And my other question is, so you're taking the housing is coming out of the Vita bill because VHFA is saying we can do,
Yeah, I think the plan is that, the vice chair and I will put together a letter that we'll send to Maura and to Cassie, taking up more on her, suggestion that they just kind of look at things and kind of work together to see if there was opportunity for Vita to be part of any financing. And then come back to us next January. And if there was, then we can have those conversations with that, with VHFA and with Vita, how to crack that.
Have you heard from Vita on that step of it yet?
Yeah. But, I mean, I think in talking with Cassie, she's okay with that. I think they're just trying, I think like all of us, want to make sure that every opportunity is there to provide financing for housing, for the housing problem, especially when we're talking about worker housing. Okay, any other questions? Okay, again, thanks, committee.